also moving missile launchers in the level, and the host there's one moving over there. So the host can basically set up a game that has only moving missile launchers, a mix of missile launchers, or just pure stationary. And if you keep the enemy leader in the perimeter, you'll charge the missile launcher, you'll earn the missile launch, you'll launch the missile into the statue. So that's kind of the high concept of the level. And let me kind of change cars here and show you guys how some of the cars come into play with this mode. So this is the car we call Roadboat. And I will bring Roadboat over to show you some of the defensive capabilities of this vehicle. Let me God mode real quick. All the faction leaders have different access points. So 2 or 3 ways to get to them. Okay, here's our team downstairs that's kind of waiting. Everybody's kind of in a position for this demo. We're kind of scripted it out. Otherwise, it's a little too hard to kind of show you all the pieces at a time. It's kind of chaotic. All right, so here's one access route to Dolphins. Okay, so here she is. She's manning my team's turret. My special, let me pause for a minute and talk about that. So every car, we really do want to feel like a fighting character in a fighting game. We've wanted that from the very beginning of Twisted Metal, and so we're sort of amplifying that idea here. So besides the special, every car having their own special, every car having different handling, different armor, we're adding to that this time. So every car, for example, has a different carrying capacity based on size. We have our traditional energy attacks down here. We have an EMP blast that will freeze an enemy in place. We have shields. We also have mines that you can drop. This energy fills up and recharges over time. Depending on the vehicle that you've chosen, that energy fills at a different speed. Turbo drains at a different speed depending on the car you've chosen. And also your radar signature stays on longer or shorter for the enemy depending on the vehicle you've chosen. So I'm going to go ahead. These are all of our pickups. We're in God mode, so we have them all. These are scattered around the level. I'm going to go ahead and drop my remote bomb. Let me cue these guys off down here. They're going to come up and try to steal my faction leader. The remote bomb's a great defensive weapon, which I'll show you. So there's their cue. Let's see if they see it. Okay, here comes Crazy Ape. I'm going to drop the remote bomb back up. And it cooks. And the longer it cooks, the more damage it does, to the point that you can take somebody out pretty much one hit. Okay, so so he's dead now. And now I'm going to use my magnet, which is my special. And before he's actually able to take my leader, I can suck him on my car. And then I can charge it up and toss him away. And the magnet's also a really good chase weapon. So I'm going to let this guy take my leader. And so, okay, I wasn't able to defend my boss or my faction leader, so I'm going to go and basically try to do the rooftops, Carlos. Let's see if I can stop him. Now there he goes. He's going to try to get to a missile launcher before I can stop him. Let's see if I can get him. Now, if we weren't doing a demo, I'd be trying to shoot him and kill him, and he'd be firing backwards at me and dropping mines and rear fires, but I kind of told him to take it easy. All right, so you can see Dollface is being dragged behind his car. Where are you going? All right, there he goes. All right, so he's going for a mobile launcher. You know what, and for the sake of brevity, I'm going to go ahead and not even let him try to launch a missile. You'll see that in a minute. It looks like he's going to make it anyway. Okay, I'm going to activate my magnet. And before he can even get to the launcher... Oops. There we go. All right. That didn't work out. I think he got away there. God damn it, Carlos. He's like our lead tester. He's really good. Okay, so I can bring him onto the car, and then I could have rammed him into the wall, but he exploded. So you can basically magnet guys onto your car. You can use the 6-axis to basically ram them into the wall and do triple damage to them that way as well. Robo's also a really good offensive vehicle. I'm going to go up right now, and I'm going to try to steal the enemy leader from the other team. This is one of my favorite levels because there's a lot of verticality, there's a lot of interiors to our buildings. So we can start down in the basement of this skyscraper and go all the way to the top, which is where their faction leader is. Okay, but I got a guy up here clearly who's kind of guarding the entrance, so I'm going to back up. And all the special weapons have alt fire, so if I activate the alt fire, you'll notice the magnet rotates, and then now the magnet becomes, instead of a magnet, it becomes sort of a ricochet weapon that I can bounce against the wall and damage him without taking any damage myself. And this is also, a lot of the levels have really great defensive areas from across the level, so I'm going to do this before I go steal the leader. I can go up here, a little secret area, and I can bring out my sniper rifle. And I notice across the level, there's Dollface, who I need to defend. There's someone, Dark 2's coming to try to get her. So I activate my sniper. The longer I keep my sniper rifle on the enemy, the more damage it does, to the point that I can ultimately get a headshot and take someone out from all the way across the level. And it's kind of, you know, we originally were like doing real sniper fire or real sniper mechanics with vehicles, but when you're going 180 miles an hour, it becomes really challenging to the point that you can't do it. Okay, so here's the enemy leader. I'm going to steal them, or steal him. So he's now behind my car. And I'm going to go try to launch a missile for my team. Alright, so you can stay in the perimeter long enough, you'll bring the launcher to life. Now the thing is, when you're in this perimeter, you lose all your ability to fire, which again is why team play is really important. Your teammates have to protect you as long as this circle is filling up and this missile launcher is preparing to launch. Again, different cars have different speeds that determine how fast their launcher charges up. But so Rowboat's ready to sacrifice. I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice the leader. He gets tossed in, your team earns a missile. And now I can fly it into the enemy. However, the enemy characters are now able to attack me as well. If my team doesn't defend me, it's pretty easy to bring a missile out of the sky.